Oh, the foam head. No, yeah.
They used to be really inexpensive, but they've been extremely expensive.
Yeah,
And then I've been looking forward to it.
Oh, the other one, this guy, yeah. I'm sorry.
There are buttons.
You got a VIP this year too.
I got the Saturday, right? It's at 9. It's 9 to 2.
Can you send me that? Oh, that was ridiculous.
Oh, I missed one. Yeah, Beastmaster.
You wait, what happened right there. Those are the lights. That would be like.
It's like, you know how like sometimes like you see a family photo, like that's the thing.
Yeah, right?
Doesn't sign any autographs.
It's just like a variant.
No, we didn't get Connie too. We spent so much time in the crocheting guys. That shit's really
Man, that's a fucking
Stood all day. And you know,
I'm gonna see how they go because I'm gonna.
But I mean, not that I did it, but I usually did rock.
So we can get rid of it. No, fair enough.
I know, that's much more closer. That one?
too. Yeah.
I really liked him last year.
Just check it out. It was directed by Martin Scorsese.
Oh.
necessarily been times where my oh man is like all the way down to my elbow or falls right off entirely, or I can't get it past me.
Yeah. She told Kelsey. Kelsey talked it down too. So, hey, we had a misunderstanding. Like, there was a misunderstanding somewhere. And I agree.
This is how you also. This takes a lot better. HDMI is for video game or USB is for
It's trying to see the same man.
Well, he showed them to me. I guess.
Attention, if you have a Bruce X
All those are each pack is 10.
to say you are absolutely one of my favorites.
You got like an old school, like.
Oh yeah, a little camcorder. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
wow.
been filming around with the.
Back in 1976.
Yeah. What's funny, whenever I turned it on, because I got it like a few weeks ago, but it was brand new, like still in the plastic, like even the twist ties and all the cables were still together. I was amazed. Yeah.
So you went back in time.
Pretty much, yeah. But I love, like, you're hands down one of the best Lovecraft actors, probably the best Lovecraft actor. Big Lovecraft fan, and then all of your Star Trek characters, absolutely incredible. Like, I watched all the series. I really enjoy you on screen.
They take good care of you there.
Yeah, no joke, really. That's good to hear.
Really high-end production, you know.
Oh yeah.
It takes a village.
It is, I would imagine. Yeah, Star Trek's kind of a big deal, right? Just get a quick picture if you don't mind. You guys both want to be in it? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, and obviously it's the Reanimator Weekend, but the From Beyond's probably my favorite. All right, guys, here we go. We'll take a couple of them. Wait, look. No. This is awesome. I did have some of the
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well, we're going to go to the, we'll see you at the panel in a little bit. Yeah. Really excited about that one. Hello. Hi, how are you? Doing pretty well, thank you.
No, take your hat.
Kick it off, and then we'll kick it off to you. So if you have a question, you
Get backstage. He did all the talking. I had never done anything, and he just hired me. So, and then he sent the script to me, and it was hilarious. But it also had so much gruesome stuff in it. And then, but my part in particular was like, then I was funny, but I was dead, and I kept coming back. And it was like nothing like I'd ever read before, but I really understood like that kind of dark humor. And, you know, when as you said, it was the first one with the humor and the horror. And when it came out, you know, critics would say, you know, it's an abomination to combine horror and humor. And then, you know, like Ghostbusters came out, and they go, what's brilliant about the movie? And so, I mean, you know, it's only now, thanks to you guys, you know, that people are really, you know, getting it and see just how vanguard it was at the time.
Yeah, I mean, it really.
I was a rock and rolling virus album. And in those days, it wasn't like on a video cassette you put on a sheet. You want to come to David's?
Yeah, that's usually.
You learn a lot of David's, actually. And I don't understand why they don't let actors go to David's as you go, oh, okay, all right. I got it.
The movie came out, I got it.
Wow.
So it must have been maybe an original one that was used, or we had a bunch of them, and
Well, they gave most of the crew, I think.
maybe they gave most of the Chris, it was a crew one, yeah.
I have a sad story. I kept, after the movie was, it was wrapped, I kept her suit. And because I thought, oh, you know, a black suit, cool. Go to a funeral, I got something, you know. I wasn't thinking legacy, I wasn't thinking anything. So I had this thing. And then what we do, Brian, 5 years later?
Yeah,
4 years later, and there was a scene that's not in the movie where it happens right after Meg has been ejected. And Dan she comes alive. They didn't use that scene. They didn't use that scene in the movie. No, thank God. But I'm supposed to walk in and like, oh, Herbert's alive. And they had, and I said, well, yeah, I have the suit. They said, great. Stewart's 5, I think one of the successes of Reanimator is that Stewart's ability to bring in the energy and the quality of what it's like to participate in something in a live performance on film. Because a lot of the time film is very passive. You're kind of by yourself watching it. There's something magical about this movie that Stewart, his alchemy, was able to make it a group experience, which is the best. I really don't. I think one of Stewart's real strength is casting. Storytelling, yeah, but casting. I mean, he was real good at like picking the right people. I think. I mean, all the way across the board, from the small roles to the big roles, everybody had a quality and something to bring to it. And so it's kind of like picking musicians in a band. He was quite good at that. You know?
I mean, it sounds like you're kind of talking
With storytelling to set up some care about the people that are going to go through what they're going to go through, and then you have a stronger reaction when a bus shit hits the fan.
Jeff, have you seen Jacob's Wife? That movie does that. I kind of recommend it.
I recommend Would You Rather.
I watched that. Jeffrey, I watched your movie. Just saying.
Honestly, I'm probably a little old school. I'm really fascinated with older films like noir. I love noir. And for a lot of reasons why I love horror, because they're doing a lot with very little in noir. And it's mostly about, making do less in very effective ways. And so I study them for that, They do things and make an impact when they don't have a budget. I really appreciate that type of thing. So, it was
There's actually a friend of mine that wrote a script for me, and he's trying to get it made, and it would be the origin story of a slasher, and I would play that part. So he's trying to get the money for it. His name is Joe Russo. There's two Joe Russos. Different Joe Russo. He wrote the movie The Inheritance that's been on somewhere. Maybe it was on Netflix or something. Anyway, he wants to direct it. So I just want to manifest somebody giving him the money for it. Yeah, so
Make your way here. Still plenty of seating available. On the far right, far left, okay. All right, Chief Hacker seat. Yeah, we got a whole bunch over here on this right-hand side.
Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. Dentists and lawyers. And we were supposed to get to $90,000, which allowed us to take the money out of escrow at a bank. We got to $85,000, we couldn't get another penny, and we said, we asked investors, can we film anyway, even though it's way short of what we need? They went, sure, okay. So we went down to Tennessee in November of 1979 and wrecked several vehicles, camera equipment, destroyed the morale of our crew that got down to 8 people. Came back, we were supposed to shoot for 6 weeks, we shot for 12 weeks. The movie was completely uncompleted when we came back. Such a miserable existence for each one of these individually and collectively. None of these people have sympathy for any of your problems. They've been on the film set. They've been on the Evil Dead film set. Ray, you know what I'm talking about. His life is over. My mom is gone. We don't know where she went. Evil Dead gets to the point where in 16 millimeter, but it has to be 35 millimeter in order to show in theaters. All the money that's been spent so far will be worthless if we don't get to the millimeter that you need for motion pictures, which is 35. We needed $35,000 to blow the movie up in this lab process. So I saw my dad sitting on the back deck. I said, Dad, we have property in the middle part of Michigan. We have 180 acres in Gladwin, Michigan. What are you doing with that property? He goes, what do you care? I go, could we go to a bank and get a loan so we can blow the movie up to 35 and use that property as collateral? He goes, I don't give a good goddamn. I don't give a good goddamn. So we went to the bank in Midland, Michigan, the Michigan bank, and tried to explain to a banker what a blow-up was. And he stopped us halfway through. He goes, guys, you can blow up whatever you want. If you don't pay back $444 a month until this loan is paid up, we take your property. Do you understand that? We're like, sure. We paid the money back. My dad made 25 times his money. We cried for my dad.
We're not a script completed, but we like to meet some actresses. And to do that, could we please could you set up and have us meet a few actresses at this restaurant that we like to go to? Well, nobody meets at a restaurant. You meet at an office and you do it properly. But off I go. And I tell the first one with, I'm not outside.
I think you brought your boyfriend with you.
Thanks, Bruce. Anyway.
What, is he dead now?
We actually have him here today.
So I said, if I'm not out in 30 minutes, come in and get me, because I could go the way of Jimmy Hoffa, and I didn't want to do that. So I went inside, and here were these 3 guys, barely 19 and 20 and 21, and they were in the back corner of this restaurant, drinking Pepsi Cola. I said, I think I'm safe. So, do you remember that, Christy?
I said one of the lines, and so I screamed, and he said, that's really good. Now, can you scream and move forward at the same time? And I said, I didn't think so. And I did it, and he said, that was really great.
That was really great, Teresa.
You know, Sam's not here when they see you, when they meet me. They're like, you fucker, you dragged me into this somehow. Like, I met the guy who played Ash in the Broadway show of Evil Dead the musical. And I met him backstage. He's like, yeah, hey, how are you? He's being a total dick to me. I'm like, hey, good job with the show. He goes, yeah, you only play him a couple of times. I do it 8 days a week. Lazy son of a bitch. That's okay.
And that was teeing up.
The old school would be Nightmare on Elm Street 1. Nancy was my Barbie. And a Violent Nature.
I know it's old school, but it's just my favorite of all time is The Exorcist. It was a big reason.
Apologies to these youngsters here. Old school isn't The Exorcist. Old school is Frankenstein. It's the Wolfman, the Warren Jr. And now it came out with Nosferatu, you know, a long time ago in '31, I think it came out. You know, silent film. I'm not a fan of that. But my horror film favorite when I was a kid was Frankenstein versus the Wolfman.
I know I'm old school, but I just saw what I thought was a really great horror movie called Strange Darling. The thriller aspect of it, and I didn't see a lot of publicity for it, but woo, crazy.
Well, I'm not only old school, but I'm the old goat here. And I don't like horror movies, but I actually really was frightened after seeing Rosemary's Baby.
It was a golf club. Very respectful, Rosemary's Baby.
What about you, Chris?
My favorite movie is The Sound of Music. And that's completely the utter truth.
Your favorite horror movie is The Sound of Music?
I don't have one. I never saw them. It wasn't my bag. They were too much. They were too much. I saw a black and white movie. It's called The Beast with Five Fingers. It was basically Evil Dead 2. It was a disembodied hand crawling around. Saw it late night TV. I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. I'm like, why do people make stupid movies like that? Fast forward to 15 years later. It's a great genre because horror is the only other genre where people viscerally react in the theater. Like there's comedies, but horror, I mean, the best part about Evil Dead is watching the crowd.
Yeah.
Because there's a couple we were watching, they had a coat over both of them, and they were watching the movie through one sleeve. And they were going like this, because the whole screen was too horrible, so they would only watch weird parts of it. And then if it got too horrible, they would close it off. And the hand would punch through again, and they would scan it. It's just, that shit is awesome. I've told it 1,000 times, but Evil Dead 2, there's a father who's trying to sneak his family in to see the movie. His kids were too young. So he comes into he pokes his head in. Ashes, what's he doing in there? Like, come on in, come on in. He gets the kids in, he sits them down. Something happens, a chainsaw, he goes, oh, shit. He gets the kid, he holds him back out. 5 minutes later, he pokes his head back in. This fucking guy all day long. When should I show my kids the movie? Never, you idiot, never. What are you doing there? Get out of there.
Well, the biggest compliment I can... This is what we love about Bruce. He's still got that spirit of the first Evil Dead, where he's like, I gotta get out there and do it myself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, my question for everybody is, I know these movies were extremely difficult to...
You don't know Sam Raimi. Let me explain Sam Raimi. Here's Sam Raimi in high school when we met. He's got modern European history before me. Mr. Gomet is the teacher. Mr. Gomet is the most serious teacher on the planet. Why? I don't know. He's teaching high school. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. He was acting like it was college. You know, really good goddamn reason. His class is really difficult. Sam was in the class before me, the very first day of high school. Sam says to the teacher at the end of the class, guy's coming in next, his name is Bruce Campbell. He does a great imitation of you. Class lets out, I come in, teacher takes roll. Bruce Campbell, Bruce Campbell. I'd like to see you after class, Mr. Campbell. He sits me down after class. So, let's see it. I go, let's see what? Oh, don't play coy with me, Mr. Campbell. Let's see your impression of me. I knew it was Sam. And I knew I could be a successful actor when I talked my way out of that. I leaned into a lie more than I've ever leaned into a lie in my life. I'm Mr. Gomet. I'm so sorry that you've been defrauded in this way. Sam Raimi, in fact, is the perpetrator, and he uses this tactic to deflect from the fact that he does an embarrassing imitation of you and has blamed it on me, hoping that he won't get caught. And it worked. So that's Sam. The last Sam Raimi story also says it all. Radio speech class. He's sitting behind me. Teacher asks a question. I raise my hand. He calls on me. I go to answer the question. Next thing I know, the tip of a number 2 pencil is in the back of my neck. And Sam is positioning himself so the teacher can't see him because he's directly behind me. And the pressure is increasing during the course of my answer. The tip is going further and further into my neck. And this is our relationship has been defined by that. And I was like, that little cover's not going to break me. And I would keep answering, I'm not going to break. And he goes, damn it, and he keeps kissing more and more. He's going to break that tip off. And the way Sam works is so I held him off, I answered the question, and after I turned around, what was wrong with you? He goes, I tried to help you, buddy. So he doesn't even know how evil he's being. In his mind, he was helping me answer the question.
Now you know what it was like making Evil Dead.
And that is a perfect note to end on.
I'm gonna scoot over here just so I
Did
can
you buy a used car
Sorry
from that
about
man?
I would. He's
Mike
too
and
charming.
Lisa, that's right, 2 damn fine. Where are you guys all from?
I'm from here.
Yeah. What do you do
Other side of the
real world?
I'm a dietitian. I work with people who have eating disorders.
There's no one around here like that, I'm sure. The whole world has an eating disorder. Food is a disorder.
Yeah, here it is for sure.
Oh my God, can't even imagine. All right, don't be touching that. Just have a good day, guys.
Appreciate
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. What's going on, man?